Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to another beautiful day somewhere in Louisiana. Today is the last day of the drive. I have just under 8 hours left to go till I get back to Jacksonville, but the plan for today is to head home, go through Tallahassee, and stop at Appalachia Regional Park. For those of you watching that have run in Florida or raced in high school in Florida will know this course very well, as it is the state meet course for every classification in the FHSAA. And for those of you out of state, you might know it as well as the course that will host cross-country nationals, I think 2 years from now. So I'm gonna go there and run, and I want to give you guys a little information about it and talk to you about my history with the course while I'm out there, and just fill you guys in if you don't know what it's all about. So let's get to driving, and we'll talk soon. All right, so after driving like 6 hours, I'm finally here. I'm gonna go down that trail and hopefully get to the cross-country course around the back way. I'm gonna get the GoPro and take you guys on a little tour of the course, explain it a little bit to you and talk about some of my favorite parts. And yeah, let's get to it. Alright, now that my stretching is all done, I can begin the run as soon as GPS gets ready. So, yeah, I'm excited. It's good to be back out here. I'm excited to show it to you guys too. She's beautiful. I've never seen it without tons of people crowding around. This is awesome. So that way, what you're looking with those little poles is part of the 8K collegiate course. All this glory is the high school course. Literally one of the, if not the best course in Florida, in my opinion. So I'm gonna jog up to the start, and we're just gonna run the course once through and just keep jogging. Literally perfect weather for an easy run in Florida. Light breeze, a little bit of sun. It's golden hour though, so I hope we look good. Wonderful. I have to throw my shirt off when I get there because we are not in California anymore. Already feeling hot, but it's so good to be back. Trying to mix things up, you know? Coming back here is not what I expected to be doing this time of year, but you just gotta roll with it. Here are the starting blocks. I think last race me and my team probably started right in the middle here. So that's where I'm gonna leave my shirt. Whew. Okay, let's keep going. And this hill is why this cross-country course has one of the fastest first miles out of any I've ever run, except for maybe Wake Med, because you just go down this enormous hill. All right, steep part of the hill is coming up now. You just run this sucker down, tapers off and goes down again. The start finish is right over here, but we'll see that in about 3 miles. So the little uphill section of the first mile is right here. Usually packed because you got 4 classifications of Florida schools all racing here in the same day. So 8 races of fans, it's insane. This part always gets a little rough. So the first part where the spectators can't see you anymore, and it's just kind of the runners out here. So a lot of elbows tend to get thrown in this section. As a young middle schooler, received a fair amount of those. But you know, cross is a full contact sport, so sometimes you gotta keep rolling with the punches. So I might mess this turn up. I believe first turn you go the long way around. Got left right up here. It's nice to get some shade right now in this heat. I don't know how well it's coming through on the camera, but there's still a slight downhill, so people are going really fast still at this point in the race. Turn to get onto the nicest surface you could possibly run on, which is this super soft surface, perfect for spikes with a lot of bounce back. So nice to run on. And this part's usually where you come back and you start seeing some fans again. You get a lot of cheering coming from the left right here. And we're coming up on the mile marker. Remember, so there, you run through there, that's how fans get in between the start and the mile marker. Mile marker's right here. This really takes me back. I was trying to send that like a 450. I actually didn't run too fast on this course senior year. I was kind of deciding between sending it at state and trying to run really fast at NXR a couple weeks later. And on the day, it just wasn't in the legs. So I decided to just keep it conservative, just run for the win, and then put in a great day on NXR. So as soon as you get done with the mile, you start gradually climbing upwards. So this section is when you're gonna have to really switch on mentally, especially on the second lap. I know personally, I've had some races here where this part is just absolutely brutal for hanging on. It can be the difference between a top 10 finish and a top 100 finish. Coming up to the beast now. Now this hill pretty much characterizes most people's race on this course. It is pretty freaking tough in comparison to a lot of courses that you'll run in Florida and even nationally. It comes in waves, literally. You see there's these bumps on the ground you gotta get up. And the key I've found is making sure you accelerate into the hill and then ride the downhill. It can be really tough. You just gotta stay switched on. And you gotta stay focused on why you're here. If you can fixate why you're at the race and what your goals are for the race, it's gonna make those painful bits just that much easier. So you got up the hill and then you head back into this extended downhill. We just ran past this. So usually, from what I've seen, this is when the leaders tend to separate in a race. And the reason for that is the giant hill we just went up creates a little bit of separation, both physically as the people who are feeling better at the front are able to take that hit a little less. Also, it's a bit of a mental, as if you're hurting already and you hit that giant hill, it can pretty much end your race. But if you've got a positive mindset and you're feeling pretty good, hitting that hill isn't gonna crush you and you should be able to keep chugging forward. Regardless of division, I always see front runners of this race pull away down this stretch and then they really cement their leads by hitting this downhill as hard as they can. Because the only way to really beat someone in a cross-country race is to make them think that they can't beat you. So even if you're dying, if you use the downhill to almost pretend like you're feeling good and you're feeling strong and you're accelerating, that can be more important than how either of you are feeling. So as we head back up this little hill, we are going into the 2-mile marker, and this is when usually the front pack has been separated, as I said earlier. I don't know what it is about the 2-mile marker, but mentally, there it is. Something about the 2-mile marker sort of tells your body and it's time to go. This is always when most people have to decide whether they're gonna hold on or not. There's the second time you go around this turn, you take a bit of a shortcut essentially, and you cut out that whole back 4 section and you head back into this part. And here's when the fans start to get really insane. So as you head into this downhill, aside from the finish when you can't really hear anything, this is probably gonna be one of the last times that the people who have come to watch you are gonna help you get through the race. Just this section, this whole section right here is lined with people screaming, and you're about to enter the toughest part. This section of the race is undoubtedly gonna hurt the most because you're about to climb uphill a bit till you get to the giant hill at the end. It can seem like the race is almost over, but there's actually a bit of a ways to go. I recommend on this flat section, slight downhill, be sure to stay towards the middle so you're not wasting tons of energy going back and forth, and just breathe as much as you can. Just make sure you get that oxygen back in the lungs, back in the legs, because you're about to do the giant hill. This is usually where my coaches were cheering. I'd have Rivera up there, Stan would be around the corner of the hill screaming at you and just getting you fired up. So put in a surge for each mound, roll off the downhill as I said before, and go up this hill as fast as you possibly can, because essentially the finish is entirely downhill. So the energy that you've got is pretty much best used creating a gap right here. And now we head into the finish. Never in a million years did I think I'd be running the state meet course for an easy run on a Wednesday, just a week later. Anywho, crazier things have happened, and I'm glad that you guys have made it this far and stayed with me through to the finish. Probably used up a lot of energy on the hill, but it doesn't matter at this point in the race. You are good to go. You just gotta send it as hard as you can right here and hope that you come away with something special. And there you go, we're done. Just jogged that in like 20-ish minutes. Got a little excited at the end. It's just so crazy to be back here. It's so fun. Jog up the hill, put my GoPro with my shirt, finish up the rest of my easy run, and I'm gonna do some strides. Thanks for coming with me this far. Have a couple words after once I get done with my run. And yeah, I'll see you then.
What's up guys, Normal Camera Charles here again, and I've just showered off using a bottle of water that I brought from my hotel room. And I just wanted to say thank you for watching this video. This is one that's really special to me because I was running on a course that was really special for me. It's the course that I really idolized when I was just getting into running and falling in love with the sport. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it gave you some insight on a course that I really loved. And if you're racing it in the future, I hope that it's gonna help you run faster on it. So thank you guys again for watching, and I will catch you next video. See you guys next time. Yo, smash that like button, alright? Smash the like button. Smash the like button, alright? Smash it.